Good morning, everyone. Here we are on March the 7th. Can't wait for this thing to finish recording because I look like a scruff. But no, I'm not sick. I'm very healthy. Well, I'm well fed, live in a good home. So no, I'm not homeless. You decide to grow a beard, and it takes a little while to come in. But yeah, March the 7th. It is March, right? January, February. Yeah, March the 7th. And we're continuing to read through Numbers. And many of us recall the promises there that was given to Israel about the Lord blessing the work of their hands. It had to do with their crops. It had to do with everything that they put their hand to. God was going to bless. And by bless, he meant to multiply. So there's a partnership there that he wasn't going to plant the crops for them. He wasn't going to harvest it for them. They had to do the work. But he was going to bless it. He was going to touch it, and he was going to multiply it. So hard work has always been part of our relationship with God. When he created Adam, he gave Adam the responsibility of tending the garden. That would sound very pleasant and relaxing to gardeners, but it is work, and that's always we've been created for that, and we feel best and well balanced when we have purpose and we have a job, and we're achieving things, and if we sit around and we have no goals and we have no purpose, and there's no work for our hands, it does not do us well mentally, emotionally. We get all unbalanced. So this is what we've been created for. Part of what it's part of who we are, and it brings that balance. But at the same time, as we read through, he on the seventh day, God rested to set an example, to create rest. So it's not that we've been intended to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is value in rest. And as we read through today, we begin to realize it's not just one Sabbath. He created all kinds of special Sabbaths, holy days, where they were commanded not to do work. Don't do any normal work, is what they were told. And there's quite a few days. Just on that seventh month, if you read through that, on top of the regular Sabbaths, there's several more Sabbaths in that month. For somebody today, that might be really frustrating, because just as you're picking up steam, you got to stop and take a rest. But here's the thing. We've been created for the purpose of balance. And when things get messed up, it's usually because we're out of balance. We know that in a vehicle, a car needs to have balanced wheels. If the tires are not balanced, it's going to throw the vehicle off. It's going to cause the tires to wear unevenly, and it's going to cost a lot of extra fuel to run that vehicle. And it will cause further problems down the road. It's the same with us. When things get out of balance, we wear unevenly. The weight is not distributed properly. It's going to cause short-term health problems. It's going to cause long-term health problems. It's going to affect us mentally, spiritually, in our relationships all around us. We can work really hard all the time for a short period. But it will catch up to us. It's going to affect us. So in the kingdom, we've been told that he will bless the work of our hands, and we are to work, but we are also to rest. Now, some of you are going to laugh at me saying this, because you know what I'm like, but this is not how I want to be. It's not how I want to be. I see such value in rest. I see such value in relationships and rest. I see such value in mental condition rest, emotional condition, physical condition. We need to have that time of rest. And it's not just 1 day a week. We need to look at this and realize that There are other days as well. We need time set aside for the worship of our Lord and King. Not just the day of worship that we have, not just Sundays, but other days as well. We need to get away. We need to have retreats. We need to have time of rest. We need to have time of renewing, or it's going to be all unbalanced. So give that some consideration. It might not be a big deal for some of you, but then again, what do you do with your rest? Is it because I've had days, I've taken days off, and it has not been to my profit. I've done things that have not been profitable to me, in that they were not things that really supported my attitude of rest. So that's something to consider. So you be blessed today. Find time to spend with the Lord. Some of you are falling behind in your readings. I really encourage you to get caught up. This has such value for today and for eternity. And just be encouraged today. Be encouraged today. Trust Him. Rely on Him. Understand that you're here for His purposes and not for your own. And let His power flow through you. Let the blessings of our Lord flow through you today and into the lives of the people around you. God bless.